This is the Longboard, the old guard of the surf world. Once at the leading edge of surfboard design, the Longboard has aged well over the decades and still remains a popular shape in the world of surfing. Longboards, as standard, will come with one dominating large back fin. Don't get me wrong, you will see some longboards with additional little side fins for extra drive and traction, but a classic longboard, as standard, will come with one dominating back fin. At 9 feet or longer, there is clearly enough volume for almost anyone to stand up, without the need for much more than a ripple of a wave. And with many of the parts of the world struggling for year-round quality surf conditions, the Malibu board, not to be confused with the Mini Mal, has proven to be the #1 choice of board for many surfers. On a basic level, these boards are a great option to try surfing for the first time, especially in weaker conditions. On an intermediate level, having one of these boards in your quiver often offers the chance to ride more often than you usually would. As many shortboarders are faced with countless knee to waist high waves in the summer, of which wouldn't be rideable without a rather large plank tucked away for such times. Longboarding also offers a totally different style of surfing and techniques to that of shortboarding, as the focus primarily remains on walking the board as opposed to the top to bottom surfing that you see with the shorter boards. Despite the focus largely on softer conditions, it isn't to say that there aren't high performance boards available and top riders out there testing them to their limits. So the advantages to riding the Longboard is it's ideal for learning to surf, especially for the bigger, heavier rider. It catches waves easily and it performs well in weak, flat-faced, sloppy conditions. Thicker boards generally don't snap as easily. Also, this is an ideal board for those choosing to surf just a small number of times a year. You'll also find a board like this retains an excellent resale value. So the disadvantages to riding the Longboard is it's virtually impossible to duck dive with all this extra volume. You'll also find a board like this is a totally different riding technique to that of shortboarding. You'll also find a board like this is really hard to travel with. You can imagine when you turn up at the airport, they think you've turned up with one of the aeroplane wings. So that's your Longboard. Do you want one?